Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Forget We Said That. My name's Relytan.
I'm Alyssa Riot.
And I'm Legion Lion.
And we've been a little bit, I don't know, we've been away for a minute. Well, not according to
you guys won't
audience.
notice, but
yeah, you guys won't notice, but you know, it's been like a couple weeks.
Yes.
We did record a movie commentary. I might be a little quiet in that one.
yeah.
But,
Which one?
You know what?
Which movie was that?
We'll blast it
Here's
anyway. It's great.
Yeah,
We'll talk about it.
Here's what I've come up with. I'm gonna be the guy that's like in the back of the theater.
And Melissa like on the front
yelling
talking,
about
you're just in the
things.
back.
Yeah.
He bought his tickets last.
Yeah, I bought my tickets late. I was in the back. No, I just put a filter on my mic, and it might be a little quiet. We'll see. Legion Lion is an expert in
All things
audio.
editing.
Yes.
Everything editing. He's gonna make me sound crystal clear.
It's okay.
But I do I want to take responsibility and apologize to everybody, including Legion, including Alyssa.
To all
Thank
the
you.
Fifth Element fans out there.
Fifth Element, that's
fans.
right.
The thing is that I wanted to be. I liked it. I liked that movie so much that I wanted to like not feel. I didn't want to be like so over the top, so I just
Right.
kind of quieted down a little bit.
It's
I do
okay.
love
It's
that
okay. Because we got the exact opposite problem with Alyssa.
Was I too loud?
Actually, yeah, it's the same issue. Or it's funny. I was like, okay, let me like fix Aqua's audio. I'll just base it off Alyssa's and my own audio. That way, I can just find like a middle ground, and where he can sound pretty good, and then he's not overshouting people. Let me just boost everything up. Let me base it off Alyssa's audio. I'm like, holy shit, this bitch did not say like 100 words throughout this whole commentary track.
Oh
No, I didn't.
That's
I
so
was like-
misogynistic.
I was like, do, and then there'd be like something, she'd be like, and then he's silent the rest of the time.
Oh,
It's mostly
okay.
me and Aqua just talking to each other.
You know what? I do remember that because so I listen to the podcast to go to sleep every night. And the last few times that I would listen to it, I was like, I talk too fucking much. I was like, listening back, I was like, oh my God, I interrupt Aqua all the time. He never gets a word in. And so I think
no, you
that-
don't. No, you don't. No, you
Yeah,
don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't.
Aqua,
That's why
shut
we-
up, I'm
Shut
talking.
up. Shut up, Alyssa.
That's why we took a week off, because they were feuding with each other.
Yeah. So I was like, I was making a conscious effort to let him get a fucking word in because I was like, I talk
Oh,
too
okay.
much.
I didn't know that was it. I thought
There's-
you were just like, just invested into the movie to the point where you're like, oh, like, I'm not gonna talk too much.
Yeah, that too.
I
I
mean-
was super interested in the movie, but I wanted Aqua to be able to talk because I got so sick of hearing myself interrupt him. I was like, oh no.
This is good. No, this is good. This is good. This is good to do live. No, no. A lot of times I feel
Air
like
it
I
all out.
talk just yeah, air it all out. Alyssa, okay, I don't know. I'm just kidding.
You
couldn't
fucking
think of
mother fudger.
I'm sorry.
no. What I'm trying to say is, sometimes I feel like I just talk just to fill it dead air. So like, you're fine.
So fucked up.
Like when you interrupt me, it's actually a relief to me because it's like, oh, she has something to say, and then maybe Legion will have something to say, and I can shut up for like
The yes
five
and. We're
minutes.
just yes anding after Alyssa.
Yes,
Yes, and-
Yes and, yes and, yes and.
I felt
I'm a
so
man.
It's okay.
bad.
We'll just blame it on the movie being so good, because Fifth Element is awesome, and you'll hear all
Honestly,
about
yes.
that when the commentary releases, which
Yeah.
is funny because it will release before this episode, so you guys would have already listened to it or have seen it.
You'll know. You'll
So you'll know what we're talking
and then
about.
you'll-
Yeah, we know
And
what
then
you're
you
talking
listen to the. And then you listen to the commentary again.
Yeah,
now
yeah.
that you
This
know
is
it. And
this
then
is the
that's
behind the
2 views.
scenes of the commentary.
Yes.
Yeah.
We get 2 views per. See, everybody has to mess up just a little bit during a commentary, and then the episode after we like say like
After my
drama
twit
behind the
longer
scenes.
of everyone's performance.
Yes,
Like,
exactly. Like you say, like he's a motherfucker, she's a bitch, and then like, and then people listen to it again. They're like, holy shit! Like I see it now. Like I'm listening to it again, and it's just like, oh,
You
I
can
see-
tell
I see the.
Aqua hates Alyssa on this commentary.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you can.
If we ever
tell
get a
that
fan
he
base, I
hated
can't wait
getting
for that
interrupted.
comment to appear somewhere.
This is such a
Yes.
bitch. Oh my
can't
You
god.
can tell they hate each other this one.
Yeah.
Oh, there's gonna be a forget we said that snark one of these days.
They'll be like, do you guys feel the sexual tension between all 3 of them?
All 3 of them.
You know,
You can tell
What do they-
Legion wants
what do they
Brandon to
do
be
in
on the
New Orleans?
podcast and not Alyssa.
Yes. Yeah.
What'd they do in Las Vegas, and then what changed between that and New Orleans?
Yeah, what happened that night?
They don't talk about it.
We
They talk
grew
about
as
everything
people.
else.
I was snoring in my little closet room. I'm sorry.
Our friendship grew stronger, and we grew as people.
We won't talk about what happened. At
Before we
Mini-Golf.
talk about Louisiana, some more. The Pope.
The Pope.
Okay, the Pope.
We got
Oh
a new
my
Pope.
God. Okay, so there was the day it happened. I know. Well, first of all, my dad walked in at to me early morning. It was probably like noon, and he was like, "The Pope is a Cubs fan," and I'm like, "No way."
What?
But then I'm like, he's from Chicago, and he's like, "Yeah," which was true.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
But then, okay, I have his Wikipedia pulled up because I'm just like that. Pope Leo the 14th. What a man! What
I
a
like
mighty
that name.
good man.
Leo.
Yeah, Leo,
I
dude.
like
I
it.
like it. My mom's a Leo.
Ooh, so is Brandon.
Anybody? Nice.
What's their personality trait? I don't know any of this stuff.
The
It's
worst
just like
person
warm,
ever.
compassionate people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, trusting, loving.
Bitches.
Opposite-
I'm just kidding. I would
Opposite
never
of
say that
Cancer.
about my mother.
Popes. They're going to be
Yes.
popes one day.
Popes.
Most likely to be
Pope-like,
popes one day.
You know? I think that's what it's defined as, Pope-like, you know.
Pope.
Yeah, Pope-like.
So, according to Wikipedia, I mean me, with my knowledge, he was born in Chicago. So he was born in Chicago, yes. And this is what's so funny about it. But yeah, and then whatever. Yada yada yada.
Killed two
He
people.
grew up.
That's not important.
Whatever about the Pope, who gives a shit? But I will say he was what did it? Okay, well, early life. Let's go to that. This is me reading it for the Wikipedia for the first time. I don't know. What I'm trying to say is that he grew up slightly
Killed
south
a
of
clown
Chicago.
in a small town.
He was he was a horrible little child. I'm just kidding. Maybe I don't know.
There's a picture
I
of
don't
Pet
know.
Cemetery
Maybe
next to
it.
it.
Yeah, he was a devil child.
Oh my God, he started fires.
Yeah, exactly. He removed wings from butterflies.
Yeah,
You know how it is.
It was like a heaven possession. We had to import an angel into him so he could become a
Yeah.
good person later.
God.
Blah, blah, blah. I don't know. What does it say? Something about priesthood of Riverdale.
And it was a star on Riverdale.
Oh, dude, yeah, Riverdale. What the fuck? He actually started in Riverdale. Weirdly,
Did he?
No, apparently
Oh, okay.
it's just it's a town called Riverdale, in nearby
Oh,
Riverdale,
God.
where he went to school. So
And had a
technically,
friend
he
named
is in
Buckethead
Riverdale.
and shit like that. Or Jughead. No,
What?
his name's Jughead.
Buckethead? No way.
I mean, I love his music.
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, I guess I don't. What the hell? I don't know. I probably read things about him, and now I can't
Yeah,
remember.
like what's
grew
he
up
like?
slightly
I
south
never
of
heard
Chicago.
anything about him. Is he a cool dude?
Well, okay, yeah, okay. We'll move on from this. He grew up. I give him Chicago creds, but I also grew up outside of Chicago, and I still call myself kind of from Chicago, especially when I travel out of country. I just say yeah, I'm from Chicago. I'm not. I'm from maybe what is it, an hour outside of Chicago?
It makes it
you know?
easier.
yeah,
It makes it so much
It's better
easier.
on
If I were to talk to
the
somebody
resume.
in
Yeah.
Illinois, what?
it's better on the resume. I'm from Chicago.
Wait a minute. I'm reading something here.
All right,
Illinois,
pull up
the
his
city
birth
south
certificate.
side,
Let's see, from Canada, right?
was born in Chicago, mixed race family. Wow, look at
What?
him. The
What?
DEI
He's not
king.
Anglo-Saxon.
Oh my
Yeah, I know.
him.
Hey, I'm moving. Okay, family. Oh, distant. His mother, Mildred,
Sexy.
was born in Chicago in a mix. His mother was born in a mixed race family. Still, I guess that makes it mixed race.
Yeah, so, yeah.
So his mother was born in a. Sorry, I'm butchering this. Was born in Chicago into a mixed race family of Louisiana Creole descent that had moved to the city from the 7th Ward of New Orleans.
What?
Nice.
It's all
We'll
coming
just
together.
we'll hit up his family home and say
Yeah, it will be like, what's
First
up,
leg of the trip.
motherfuckers?
it's our first
I'm
stop.
from Chicago.
Yeah.
Immediately
Yeah.
from the airport.
Pay tribute to the new
Yeah.
Pope.
Oh, okay, Dolton, Illinois. He actually grew up in Dolton, Illinois, which is slightly south of Chicago.
Why
but
is
not
there like a
that much.
tinge of Is Dalton like a...
Yeah, like bullshit.
Fuck Dalton.
Yeah, it's like the
No, it's
Fresno
only
of Illinois.
it's my north side. Yeah.
I want to use that
It's-
as to describe the ghetto now.
Yeah.
You would call this the Fresno of Hawaii.
Damn, that sucks.
Okay. Wait until you hear my family history. My mom was born on the south side of Chicago. Okay.
Whoa.
So would it be that the
Wow,
Fresno
guys.
of Chicago?
Dang.
Quite honestly, my mom and my pope might have actually
She's Catholic now.
might have actually crossed paths. They might have crossed paths at some
They
point.
might
My
have.
mom about the time he was they're similar ages.
Okay.
And she was born on the south side of Chicago. I'm just saying.
They're out there playing
55,
kickball
so
together
he's
in the street.
Yeah, he was born two
Said
years
hi to each
after
other at
almost
Blockbuster. It's a pro-
Yep.
They were born 1 month apart I'm sorry, 2 years and 1 month apart. But yeah, I
You
don't
never know.
South side of Chicago. You never know. And I actually asked my mom that. I'm just like, Mom.
Do you know the Pope?
Get her on the podcast. Interview
And
her
she's
about
like,
the Pope.
yeah, we chilled, we kicked back, we smoked weed.
Yeah.
Yeah, we smoked hella weed
He's
together.
the coolest.
And I'm just like, wow, Mom, holy shit.
I hope he legalized
No.
that.
Yeah.
Okay, my mom born on the south side of Chicago is accurate. The rest is up to interpretation. You can make any fan theories you want.
I will.
But no, okay. So
And
that's
fanfic.
basically I will,
Writing
and she
it.
will post them on an archive of our own.
Yeah.
R// Pope Snark.
Pope Snark. Let's go. Only
not a
with
thing, we gotta make
Benedict.
it.
Fuck that Benedict guy. Who else hated Benedict? I felt like Francis was awesome, and this guy's obviously awesome because he's from
Yeah,
Chicago.
people are saying like he has a similar worldview or perspective as Francis. Francis.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Francis, I mean, I guess it's into the actual information that I've been avoiding. No, apparently Francis really liked him. Like, you know what I mean?
He's a bro.
They were homies. Yeah, they were homies.
Yeah,
They,
the Vatican
I
said
mean,
so. They were
yeah,
homies.
I don't know what they talk about as two, virgins or whatever, but,
Star Wars.
So which communion should we use? This
Yeah.
bread or this bread? And just like,
they definitely didn't talk about women, I guess, but, how it
Women's
is.
rights, probably, because they're so cool.
Women's rights, I don't know.
they
I
won't
feel
have
like,
any
yeah.
still.
They're
what
like
they're writing
they're like
down.
Wait, what's women? I know men, but I don't know
Women.
women.
Well, W stands for
Huh.
weak, so
Interesting. True. What about
Women?
Forget history. What about Herster?
exactly. I've been saying that.
Exactly. Yes, I say that
I
every
never
day.
heard of it. I don't think it's
Anyway. Oh God, I keep hitting that. I'm sorry. So yeah. So he. Oh, this is the best part. I'm gonna link this right now. Well, actually, I won't link it. Well, I'll link it right now. But the most important thing to me is whether he's a Sox fan or a Cubs fan. And I will say, I don't know if you've seen this clip, but he was at the 2005 World Series with the White Sox. And I'll link that right now if I can find it. 1 second. Oh, everybody, our producer is on break. So.
Forget we're typing this.
Yeah, no, you forget where. Actually, I need to go to my. You know what? It's
That's
just in my
cool.
friend's
I'm
chat.
glad he's a pretty cool
Yeah.
dude. His worldviews are at least up to date. I don't even know.
Modern and
I mean,
At least
yeah.
we don't have to catch him up, or he doesn't have to. well, we'll see.
No
Time will
memes.
tell.
He seems fine.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
There's no. I mean, for a Catholic, which I mean, honestly, I'm not gonna. I mean,
Us
okay,
Protestant
for a
heathens.
priest of the cat, they've covered up a lot of shit.
let's not
fucking-
forget
That's
who he's representing here.
You can
put
forget
it in
what
the-
we said here, but you can't forget
Exactly.
Yeah, in the general chat there, I put a
Okay,
link.
cool.
I don't know if you guys really care to watch. It's just him. It's just a broadcast little highlight of him at the World Series in 2005, White Sox versus Astros. Which I will say, fuck the Astros. So there you go.
that. Is it just fuck everybody who's not the Cubs
Oh, that's loud.
and the Bears?
Kinda, yeah. No, yes.
Is there a team that you're like, they're pretty cool? If they were in my city, I'd probably cheer for them.
Like, it had to be an AL team. God, I almost want to say the Tigers, but I kind of hate them right now because they're doing well, and they have one of our former players from the Cubs on them. But, like, I guess the Tiger. I'll say Tigers just because, hey.
Go Tigers.
Meow.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
But go Cubs now. Rare. They are called them. They are. Their subreddit is called the Motor City Kitties.
Oh, cool! I like that.
I do like that. Yeah, I do like that.
I identify with that.
It sounds like a 70s
yeah. Cat
movie.
teams are fine for the most part. I can't think of any cat teams that I don't like. So there's that.
Lions? Detroit?
Yeah, you're right. I hate them.
So, wait. I hate
Wait a
them.
minute.
I don't hate them as much as the Packers and Vikings. They're
That's
like
fair.
the least hated.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the divisional for the Bears. Anyway, what
Yeah,
was it?
I need this update.
He was at the World Series.
Because I had no
What?
idea this was happening. Literally,
Yeah, no,
I think I knew about it like maybe a week ago.
Yeah, you mean for the Poblio?
Yeah, probably. Yeah,
I don't know much more to say. Yeah, I don't know a whole lot more I have to say, but like here's the thing, and I feel like I need to quote this nicely, but he might. First of all, he's the only, or he's a pope, and he's probably eaten more hot dogs than every other pope combined.
That's probably true.
There you go. Thank you for validating me, Alyssa. Nobody ever does that.
Your parents all, keep it down.
Keep it down.
Shut up. God damn it.
No hot dogs.
Also, I would put it at like 90 something, probably, late night, like hard, like, yes, he's definitely taken a shot of Malort. And I know neither of you have, and I will bring it to New Orleans.
Okay.
Good.
All right.
Awesome.
You guys don't know
Nope.
what Malort is, and
Honestly, I think you're
And-
saying Malord.
I'm
Like
thinking
Malord?
you're saying
Hello,
Malord.
Malord.
Malort,
My lady.
it really is my lord. And so is Pope Leo. Malort.
Malort.
With
The Malord drunk
with
the
a hard
Malord.
tea. Get the hard tea going,
All right.
okay? Don't be afraid. Don't hesitate. You have to get the hard tea. Malort.
Malord.
Mother.
Malord. Malord.
Not
take
my
this,
lord. Not my lord.
I'll try it.
Come on. I'm not. No, you're gonna hate it so much.
It's awesome. You're gonna
Okay.
hate it.
Dude, it tastes like burning. Well, I don't know. It tastes like tires that might have burnt, but like
I
10
can
years
fuck with
ago.
that though. You ever
Yeah,
drink
it's-
like the freaking the Ron Swanson Lagavulin
No.
whiskey? That just basically tastes like a
No
tire
thanks.
fire.
I don't want that.
Oh, you're gonna love it.
that shit.
It tastes like. Oh my god! Do you guys? Does that sound attractive to you guys? That you're gonna
Not
love
to
it.
Alyssa, but to
Unless
me.
it tastes like a
No,
fruit cocktail.
to
I
Alyssa,
don't
it sounds
want it.
good, right? You're gonna love it.
Chase it with some
Orange
juice or
juice.
whatever. It'll be
Yeah.
fine.
No, you're right.
Yeah,
You're
like
right.
7
Dude,
p.m.
my IBS is gonna love
actually-
this.
You're right, actually.
Well,
Well,
we didn't come
you
to
think
New
you're-
Orleans to be healthy. We're not going
I was
to
gonna
be
say,
healthy.
are you gonna drink it all in New
I
Orleans?
am. I'm gonna try and
Okay.
find something that's gonna help my stomach. But I'll be off my medication by then, so I think I'll be okay because I know that
Oh,
messes it up more.
So you'll just be drinking
mean-
like Moscow
Right.
mules, like ginger ale and vodka.
Oh, there you go. That's not
Man,
bad.
it's like I can't handle like fried foods and alcohol, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so last night, my brother, he graduated from community college.
Yeah,
Yes,
congratulations,
good job,
bro.
Gary. And
Yeah, we don't care about Alyssa.
Yeah.
oh
graduating,
yes,
just your
yeah,
brother.
that's one of my life updates I didn't mention.
Well, nobody cares about her.
Yes,
I mean, whatever.
She's not my
I got
lord.
my bachelor's degree. What was it last weekend? Yeah. So, anyways, but Gary graduated last night, and everybody wanted to go out, and so I had tacos. I only had 2 little street tacos with some like salsa verde or whatever, and then we went to this place. It's called Mad Duck, and they've got all kinds of like different, beers and stuff. And I always get hard cider because that's what I like. And they had this peach apricot cider, and it was fucking killer. And I only drank a little bit, you know, because I got shit I gotta do. And man, all last night when I got home, my stomach was on fire. Like, you know those times you're like in the bathroom and it hurts so bad you have to take off your clothes? That's how bad it hurt.
there's a meme about that, like when it got you like this, and it's just some black guy like
oh yeah, this crouched over like,
with his hands like on the carpet.
I was fighting for my life, and my mom's on the same weight loss medication, and she said she has an IBS attack at least twice a week, and she said like she had to leave her school one day. Sorry, Mom. And she had to like go home, and same thing. She was like, "It was so hot, I had to take off my clothes." She was like. Your stomach is on fire, dude.
Oh,
that was me.
Man.
Y'all ever have something like this? Yeah, I've seen that. No, was it the cider that did it, or was it just like it just
the
happened?
street
It was
tacos?
both. It was the hot sauce and the alcohol. If I had done one and not the other, I would have been okay. But the combination, just my stomach was like.
You mixed your hards with your. I don't know, drunks. Big mistake.
That happened to me one time. One time I had I had some like margaritas at like the worst time I could ever have it, and like just like the confluence of events, I just had like a weird like a reaction to it. It wasn't good. And but I
always take acids before I drink.
Oh,
really
maybe
helps.
I'll do that then, because
I never tried that.
Because like I don't know, I just feel like it hurts.
It
I
hurts.
I almost feel like I've thought of that, but I didn't know what it would do. Like I didn't think that would actually do.
Me and my cousins, we pound some acids before we like drink. So I drink. It really helps.
It's like
you don't get that burping feeling all the time,
you
know. And it's
literally,
it's kind of burning in there because like some vials.
Oh, like was it Tums or was it like Alka-Seltzer?
Not just any acid. Anything that
I'm going to do that.
All right.
Anything that'll like pretty much stabilize your stomach, because there's like now introducing like a whole liquid that's just destabilizing.
That's what it is.
No, I guess I get it.
The alcohol is like acidic, and then like obviously the hot sauce, fried food, things like that. The acidity kills me.
Oh yeah. Oh, if I'm eating a hot sauce, anything acidic.
Coffee will do it to me.
But like, yeah, I've done that before. I do usually after I drink it, but like, yeah, I've never thought about doing it before. But like,
helps.
That's a good idea.
Yeah,
I might have to try that
for sure. Yeah, dude, because I want to be able to drink with you guys, and like, of course, my favorite things are, like Mai Tais and shit like that, and it's either, zombies, orange juice, pineapple juice, and all of that stuff. I can't drink because it's acidic, and acidic juices already destroy me, but on this medication, it's worse. Thank you, and yeah, I want to drink with you guys, so I gotta have something. Because Brendan and we started making pina coladas again this summer, and it's it's with pineapple juice, and man, they're good, but like it tears me up, dude. I hate it.
God, there's got to be something.
Shoot. Yeah, makes me wonder how like the food parts of our trip are gonna go. Because I'm gonna order my stuff and I'm gonna fucking crank the fucking heat too. I'm gonna ask them to be like.
No, I mean, and I'm gonna be on board with that.
Hell yeah, we're gonna be drinking Malort and cranking some Cajun spices.
Malort and Cajun spices. You might have to like.
We'd have to borrow Alyssa's bathroom. Sorry, we're gonna bomb this one.
I'm doing that.
Other one's getting bombed.
I will definitely. I'll use the potpourri this time.
The potpourri. Yeah. I gotta know where the bathrooms are at all times during that trip, because it's gonna suck. I'm gonna be wanting to drink.
All I need to know is where the side of the building is.
I'm not gonna shit on the side of the building.
Oh, okay.
Maybe,
I didn't know.
Pee
okay,
on
I'm just
it.
pissing. Yeah, I'm
talking
just
about my IBS. Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
I gotta make the plane ride back without fucking staying in the bathroom the whole time.
Just wear diapers, bro. It's the coolest thing, dude.
Bro, Lou, I legit, just because I don't want to inconvenience anybody when I go to the bathroom, because I pee all the time when I'm on the plane. I legit like paid more so I can all have aisle seats for all my flights.
We did that for us and the kids too, to be closer to the toilet. Because I was like, oh god.
Yeah, because it's don't bother me. But I always feel like an inconvenience when I have to like, excuse me.
Dude,
I drink a
this
lot of
is
water.
gonna be a long flight. Like, I'm gonna have to pee a lot, and I'm nervous. I'm a nervous peer. I'm gonna be taking Ativan before we take off and stuff. So I'm gonna be fucked up. I have to use the bathroom.
It's fully
I have
medicated
to.
on the floor.
I have to be sedated in order to fly. It's terrible.
Yeah, it's like we're bringing a pet along, and we have to make sure that they're all right and not freaking out.
Yeah, I gotta
during
drink
flight.
water, and then that's it too. It's like you get dehydrated when you fly, but this medicine makes you really dehydrated too. So I'm gonna be drinking water, having a piss. It's gonna suck. Yeah.
That's funny. I never knew about the dehydration part until I was like watching like a Sophia Nygaard video.
Oh, that one?
She's like, yeah, and it's also just you drink a lot of water because you lose a lot of moisture. And she's like, sort of these guys, like,
Yeah.
oh shit, I never
Well,
realized that's why I'm like
because-
chugging water the whole time.
True.
I'm like, stewardess,
I feel
another one,
like they do.
another one.
They have like dehumidifiers and shit in that stuff. But that's a Ramones song.
Yes, it
I want to
is,
be
yep.
sedated.
Yeah.
I love it.
I
That's
want to be
actually a
drunk.
really good song. But no, yeah, I know what you mean. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Speaking of Sophia, did you see her Malaysian?
She went to Malaysia.
Videos?
Oh my god.
Yeah,
She went to.
yeah,
well,
like the night market
Well, she
and
took
all
the
that.
longest flight. She took the longest flight ever in the world to Malaysia, and then she did like a thing at a hotel that's actually like gigantic, and then she also did a bunch of
my
street
God.
food.
Yeah, yeah, I don't know how she does it. Her
And
talent.
we just went to Dollywood, which
Oh, yeah,
is
I was
almost
watching that
kind of
video,
near where
kind
we
of.
are, but not really.
That'd be a
I-
sick trip. Like
That
cross
would
country
be a
trip.
sick trip. We should take
Yes,
a second leg to
Yeah.
Dollywood.
So get extended out.
Brandon
We're going
and
to
I
Dollywood.
have talked
Yep.
about doing that for Amara's 18th birthday because she loves that. I think that would be
Oh.
fun. Yeah.
I'd go.
Oh, we would love
I'd
that.
join.
Yeah, because
Oh, we're only playing 9 to 5 for like the whole trip.
Yes.
It's on
yeah,
repeat.
dude,
Just on
she
loop.
would be so into it because none of us have been, and yeah, she would be insane about it.
Yeah.
My parents
No,
took
the-
me to like Presleyville or whatever the hell, but
Ooh,
nah, I don't know. I don't know
Graceland?
about- what do you call that? Whatever you call that. Graceland, yeah. sorry.
Presleyville.
But yeah. What were you gonna say, Legion?
Presley.
Presleyville. That's it. That's what the word is.
Presley proper.
Presley,
The
Providence.
state of Presley.
Presley. Yes, very much.
Oh shoot! Now, like to veer off us, just down spiraling into Louisiana. Alyssa's been doing some stuff in some
Yes,
locations.
I
Let's
have.
say.
So, okay, so we're back on the art program at the prisons for the summer. They called me a few weeks ago and asked if I would go back on, and I said yeah. And then I found out that I could volunteer at the men's prison. So it's 3 hours away. So it's once a week. I got to drive 3 hours out there, spend 3 hours in the prison, and then drive 3 hours home once a week. But it's so fucking cool. Like, at first I was like, oh man, this is going to be kind of scary, like these are guys, but it's way different from the women's prison. Right.
You know us.
Right.
We're always
Well,
harassing
it's terrifying.
you.
And you know what's different is when we walk into this facility, we're amongst the inmates. Like at the women's, we walk through the
Amogus.
yard and we go straight to the gym and we set everything up and then we walk out. In this facility, we do all of our check-ins. We walk into the visiting center and then we walk all the way down. It's like the Green Mile, all the way down the hallway, and they're all walking past us. So hundreds of inmates are just like walking right next to us, and then if you turn right or left, you can see right into their cells, their dorms. Yeah,
Their
and
cells.
so and everyone's super cool. Like the huge difference too with the men is everybody comes up, they shake your hand. Everyone's super respectful and cool. Not that the women aren't, but these guys are like more engaging.
They'll get a beating.
Yeah,
if they
well,
don't
and
mind,
it's
but-
just like, I think it's more like of a masculine thing, it's gentlemanly to shake hands.
I mean, yeah, it would be so like embarrassing in that way. Like, yeah, to like do something to a woman in that situation. Yeah, that's like the most bitch made shit.
They're super nice, and every time I've gone in, I've done it twice already. The first time I went in, I got my table and I had some guys sitting with me, and I met this guy. I don't know how long he's been in prison, but he told me that he was in solitary confinement for 30 years. This big, huge guy.
Damn, real?
I would not know how to talk to a woman.
You can tell
at all.
He's still trying to learn how to be around people. And so he made...
Yeah, I can imagine.
He's the one who made that jailhouse taffy, right? He made all this taffy, and they passed it out to everybody. And it was cool. It's a clean facility. They're allowed to use like rubber gloves and things like that. He passed it out in these like storage containers. He individually wrapped them in plastic. Like, he's old enough to be my grandfather. Like, he's clean. And so he gave it to everybody, and I let him know. I was like, oh, my kids are always asking me to ask you guys, how you make different food in here. And I was like, do you have more flavors? He's like, oh yeah. And so he gave me like 5 different flavors, and they're good, dude. And it was cool. They call it crystal taffy. So you get like the dry coffee creamer, Kool-Aid, a little bit of water, and then you stretch it out, and then you crush up Jolly Ranchers and roll it in it. It's really cool. So
I love it.
Crystal.
Right.
I love prison hacks.
So taffy.
Oh yeah, taffy. But yeah, like, so they let you like take it out of the prison, like,
I had it in my pocket.
Not that I think it's like bad. Yeah, I mean, not that I think it's
had
like
it in my
the
pocket.
worst
It's
thing.
candy.
I'm
It's
just like,
food.
yeah, okay, fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah, they let us all
it's
have it.
whatever.
There's just like an
God.
8-ball of like cocaine in there. So
Yeah.
I know, right? And it's like a
Just
little bit of okay, whatever. Methamphetamine,
Right?
crystal, what?
So I'm like,
Fentanyl.
I meet all these guys. Everyone's super cool. And then there's one guy in there that I don't know. It's strange. No.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
So
for that. It was me. Oh, it wasn't me. Oh, sorry. Never mind.
I'm the problem, it's
I'm
me.
trying to think of how I can explain this. I don't know what he's in there for, but I just get this overwhelming feeling that I shouldn't stand too close to him. Yes.
The vibes are off.
Well,
Yeah,
I
vibes are off.
I completely support
he's very
your decisions
nice.
in this.
All of them are very nice, but
I don't want you to get close to him either.
Different. He would keep talking to me, and I told him, hey, like, I can't really hear out of this ear very well, and it's so echoey in there. And I kept having to lean down, and he was asking me all kinds of questions while they're speaking up at the front, and I'm like trying to listen to what they're saying, and then he was asking me stuff, and I just like, I don't know, I had this chill up my spine, like, ooh, I need to stand away, and so I start making my rounds or whatever, and then every once in a while I could like see him looking at me, and I'm like, what the heck's going on? Like, I don't know, I just got this weird vibe, and none of the other guys have said anything though. Like, I feel safe with my group. I know if something odd were to happen, they would take care of it. So I just kind of stayed over there, and then I told them, oh, I don't know if I'm going to come back next week. It's a really long drive, and I just volunteered this one day because I could, like, I don't know. And they all knew I was graduating. I was like, yeah, I'm graduating. I have this huge thing going on, so we'll see. So I ended up going back, and one of the guys that knew I was graduating, I don't know if I posted it in the chat, but he had drawn me this thing. It says, congrats, Alyssa, and it's so pretty. Yeah, really pretty.
Yeah, we've seen that. Yeah.
Right? And so
nice.
he gave me that. And another guy I was sitting at the table with, he was showing me his sketchbook. And he was like, oh, you like pirates? I'll draw you something. And I was like, all right, cool. And so then I walked by the one guy that I was just telling you about. And he was like, hey, he's painting his thing. And he's like, I know you said your favorite color is green. I'm trying to figure out how to incorporate it into this. And I was like, when did I say that? It is my favorite color. But I was like, when did I say that? I couldn't even remember saying it. And I was like, oh, yeah. And he saw the paper that the guy drew me that said, "Congrats, Alyssa." And he was like, "Did you draw that?" And I was like, "Oh, no, he did." And he was like, "Oh, okay." And I was like, "Oh, and, the other dude." Yeah. I was like,
I'll
"Oh,
talk
the
to
other
him
guy,
later.
he's going to draw a picture for me." I was like, "He knows I like pirates and stuff." And I saw all of his skull work, and it looks really fucking cool. And he's all right, bet. He's like, "I'll draw you something better than that." And I was like, "What?" I was like, "Okay." Yes.
Well, he's got a crush
Yeah,
on
and
you,
I
but
was
he's
like,
been
"What the
weird about
hell?"
it.
And so, but I'm like, I'm there to volunteer. I'm not here to pass judgment, whatever. Like, I'm just going to keep my distance. So I had talked to my brother, and I was like, "Hey," I was like, man, I was like, I just have that feeling in my stomach. He's all, "Stay away from him." He's like, your gut is telling you something. He's there for a reason. He's like, he's a predator. You need to stay away. I was like, "Oh, yeah."
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, "Yeah, let me just keep my distance." So it was just very, very odd. I'd never dealt with that, in that setting before. But other than that, like, it's really fucking cool. And we're not going this Tuesday. We're going the following, and they're like looking forward to it. They're like, "Oh yeah, you're coming back." Oh yeah. The inmates were like interviewing me too. I like didn't know what to do. They have a camcorder and shit and a microphone, and they're walking around. They're like, Miss Alyssa, can we interview you?" And I was like, yeah.
Really?
I was like, I don't know what to say. And they're like, "Do you have any
cute.
encouraging words?" Miss Alyssa, yeah, that's what
Miss
they call me in both
Alyssa.
prisons.
Yo, fuck the
And I was like-
police.
So cute. That's so cute.
I was just like,
She said some
"There's
gang-related
always a light
stuff.
at the end of the tunnel. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything's gonna be all right." And they're like, "Oh,
Miss
that's
Riot.
good."
Miss
The
Riot.
Pope's cool. Yeah, I
The
didn't know
Pope
what
is
to say. They're
cool.
like, "All right."
Yeah, dude. Be like the new Pope thing.
Yeah, I was
you
like,
know,
"Just
who-
keep doing what you're
yeah, I know
doing.
you don't
Everything's
know
gonna be
about
all right." They work their programs. They come to art. They have all kinds of resources. So these guys are fucking cool. So I was like, "All right, well," but they really are really cool guys. It's surprising how many of them are in their really good artists. Like one of them painted a mural in the visiting center, and you could stand there forever, and there's like tiny scenes in each thing. You would love it, Legion. Like there's just tons of different
Oh, yeah,
things. And
love
then
that shit.
I remember being like, "Oh, there's a little cat right here. Where's that cat?" And he goes, "Oh yeah, that cat." He's like, he came into the prison one day, and he's like, and I tried to pet him, and he scratched me, and I was like, "Oh shit." I shit you not, when I walked back to my car that day, that cat was sitting there. I was like, "Oh shit." Yes, he's a white
prison
with gray
cat.
patches, beat up, gnarly looking feral
Dude.
cat. I was like, "Oh, that's him."
That-
Yeah.
I know.
He probably
You know.
went to prison too, that cat.
I was gonna say that cat.
He did.
real-
He's like, "You're not
recognized
gonna
real.
fuck with me, player." Uh-uh.
Yeah.
I
What's
own
up?
this
What's up, player?
prison.
But
My daddy.
this is my
owns
Yeah,
territory,
it's
and you
crazy
stay over
too.
there.
Like for the women's, like it's not far from me, and I mean it looks like a prison, but they don't like it's really close to the city. The men's prison is so far out in the middle of nowhere. Like just me getting there was 50 miles of no cell service,
Yeah.
and every time I drive out there, there's no one else on the road.
Yeah. I
Mm-hmm.
noticed that, like
Yeah.
when I'm traveling cross country, there's just like weird like signs, and like, and all of a sudden you just see this like complex in the back, in the distance.
Yep.
It's just like, "Do not pick up hitchhikers," and it's just like, what? And it's just like,
Here,
and
actually, let me go there.
yeah, I feel like Legion might not be familiar with this, but
No.
yeah, there's like patches of like of the of the states
Yeah.
that are just like no go
That
areas.
just
you
Yeah.
can
prison
drive
designated
through.
areas.
Yeah, it's prison designated areas. Yeah.
But 50
By the
miles,
way-
nothing but this prison.
Related, by the way, did you hear about the like 5
No.
prisoners that escaped the New Orleans prison?
Oh no, really?
It
Awesome.
just happened. You should. I mean, maybe I should.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll find an article and I could post it. But yeah, it's been a story for the past maybe week or slightly more. As of
What?
May, whatever the hell this is.
The 24th.
What is today? May 20 what? 24. Okay.
But you'll
Well,
listen to this in
I think-
August, probably.
Yeah, right. No, I think they all got. I think they all got.
Is
But,
it? Doesn't that have to do with the Annabelle
got,
doll? Is
but-
that the same thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's
What?
say yes. Let's just say yes. I like the story the way
I
you're
gap
taking
12
it. I don't
between
know.
Aqua's like
Yeah.
news article and Alyssa's like
yeah,
movie review.
yeah, it's just like here's a very sober article.
I'm
and
telling
it says
you.
about
The
the
Warrens
Annabelle
came
doll,
We
and
were
it's
just
like,
talking
yeah,
about
yeah,
this.
the
I've been
prisoners.
getting, since
Yeah,
everybody
totally.
knows I work at the prison during the summer, I've been getting people sending me this TikTok, and we were talking about it today at that party, how somebody took the Annabelle doll and is taking it on a tour, and it had gone to a prison, and ever since it's gone to like a different prison, people have been escaping. Like weird shit's been going on. I was like, what?
Oh my god!
I don't know.
They're hiding in the doll.
I don't know anything about this news story. I know that there was 5 prisoners
Ghosts.
that escaped some prison in New Orleans.
It was
That's
ghosts.
all I know. In that, it was ghosts. It was definitely paranormal. I have
Right.
confirmed.
Is that the
it
next
on
Conjuring
we
movie?
said that podcast.
See the COs?
Yeah. dude.
Yeah.
The
And
devil
that's
let me
just
Annabelle.
say
escape.
the devil made me do it.
Conjuring 5.
Let's just say
That's what the COs
yes,
can say.
paranormal activity.
I remember coming out of that movie and being
Yeah,
like, I'm just gonna blame everything on the devil.
The easy enough excuse.
Bro.
If I was a kid, yeah. If I was a
Like,
bad
he's
kid
in
in
me.
school, it's because the devil.
He's
made
attacking me in
do
my
it,
waterbed.
guys. He says
The
I need to get
devil
F's
made
on
me
all
do
my,
it.
all my report cards.
That's so
The
funny.
devil made me do it.
Yeah, that's what I had heard. I'll have to look it up though about that. How in 2025 do you escape from prison? Like, I feel like that would be hard.
I don't know. You should search up you should search up New Orleans escape prisoners.
Yeah,
You'll
okay.
come up with articles.
I'm just surprised, like, the more of those guys aren't just
Yeah.
self-reporting and being like, "Hey guys,
Dude,
I'm
they
at
actually,
the
like,
local
they
wing
were-
joint right now on social
Yeah.
media.
Yeah, right.
I've just
Well,
escaped
yeah.
prison."
No, but this guy was actually he escaped and I think he got caught, but I think it was a solid 3 days that they were
Damn.
not in prison.
He's like,
He
I'm
wanted that
gonna
gumbo
eat.
Coulda-
before he had
coulda
to go
lived it up.
back.
Yeah, he probably ate some wings. I really hope he ate some. I hope he found some cash. Well, hopefully he
Look.
didn't mug somebody, but whatever. And then
Please.
And
I
then,
need
like-
this. I
and then,
need
like,
this for
he
jambalaya.
got them wings, and I really pray to Jesus that he got those wings for his sake.
Yeah.
Even if it came at the cost.
Let's
of
hope
some
he didn't
money
rough
victim.
anybody up. That they
Who
just
cares?
willingly gave them some cash. You know.
Yeah, I gave a couple people $20. Probably not.
If someone
not
said they
very-
escaped from prison and they
very
wanted
wisely.
jambalaya, I'd give them
So-
$20.
Yeah, it's 20. I mean, 20. More than $20 is
As you're
crazy.
secretly
but,
dialing the
20
police behind
bucks-
your back. Like, no.
Yeah. I mean, looking
Mm-hmm.
back, I would not have given a lot of people $20, but I've only made the mistake
Me too.
maybe a couple times. So it's
Only 10 times it's happened, guys.
No, I know. I was gonna say I only made
To
it
the
a
same
couple dozen
person.
times. No, I've only made that mistake maybe twice. Yeah, to the same guy.
One of these guys will
He's gonna
become
get me
super
back.
rich in the future and definitely pay me
Oh,
back.
of course. No, I could just
Me
just
too.
remember a couple $20 that I wish I had back.
Yeah,
so it's
I
wow,
definitely
just
would
felt
have
really
rather
guilty at
given
the
that to
time.
an escaped inmate than the people I did give it to. Yeah. Yeah,
Just hide it in the taffy.
telling
Here
you.
you go, guys.
That's crazy.
As far as the operations though, what's the major difference you see operating in the women's prison and
has
the men's prison?
way more resources and programs, and it feels more rehabilitative than the women's prison. In the women's prison, it felt I mean, obviously they're all being punished. Yeah, it felt like punishment. You
Like
feel like
punishment?
you're in trouble walking
Yeah,
in
it's
there, and
punishment.
maybe it's staffing. I know that shit's been tightening down the last couple of years, but it's just a completely different environment. They're nice enough, but it doesn't feel as welcoming as the men's prison. In the men's prison, we work with a coordinator who has her own rehabilitative program there, and she does meditating and stuff like that. And they're all about it, and you can tell that they're not doing it just to get time out of their cell or to have good behavior. They really want to do what we're doing. They want to paint. They want to do the homework. And that's a big difference, too. In the women's, they don't really want to do the homework. Not a lot of them want to speak or anything. These guys, they'll get up there and read you poems that they wrote and talk about dreams that they had and stuff like that. Like, they're really into it. So that's the number one thing that I noticed.
Yeah, because like in my head,
Right.
like I thought that the opposite would be like kind of truer. That things would be a little bit more harsher, a little bit more like feel like punishment at the men's prison. Maybe not like you said, like staffing issues always a problem. I thought it'd be like more apparent.
It's like
there,
walking
but that's
into a high
interesting that
school.
it's like the
Yeah.
opposite.
It
Like the
really
men's
is.
side-
Yeah.
with
I mean,
with criminals, criminal high school.
I'm very amateur on this, and I doubt I have any real way to say it. But like, I wonder, like, I wonder if the men's prison, like some of those like rehabilitative things are
Right.
like available. Like I don't know how available they are. I I just kind of wonder, like, oh yeah, they have better programs, but like, what's the accessibility
Yeah.
of them? Maybe it's 100%. I don't know. I'm just like it does strike me as weird that a women's prison wouldn't have like I don't know. It seems like there would be like an easier path to
Yeah.
like rehabilitation or like something there. But like I guess I don't know. So like you would think that like, oh yeah, like, you know, common wisdom is
Right.
that women are like maybe more easy to rehabilitate. Maybe not. Probably not. But like you'd think that there'd be more of an effort to like
Yeah.
give them programs and stuff to like kind of get out of like ease out of prison. You'd think there'd be like more of that. But like if there's not, I guess I I definitely don't have any
Yeah.
arguments. But
Yeah,
it
that's,
is. It's
and
opposite
I've
of what
written
you'd think.
a couple of papers about this, like in school, how you know, these resources, these programs, they do reduce the rates of recidivism because it gives them a chance to develop skill and apply themselves. Like in both prisons, they have a chance to earn their AA degrees in certain things and get certificates and things like that and help them on their way out. But there is a huge gap when they transition it back into the community, like when it comes to housing and resources on the outside, that's a problem too. A lot of people go back in because they don't have places to stay, or the places that they do get released to are unsafe, and so they'd rather stay on the street, which, you know, violates their parole and things like that. And a lot of jobs don't want to hire people that were formerly incarcerated, and so they have to turn to quick money, which is usually illegal, and they end up back. So it's
Yeah.
very, very hard. I don't know why the women's prison doesn't have as many resources and programs. I think it depends on funding and the people in charge. But the men's prison, I know it's been there for about 60, 70 years, so they've had time to kind of build themselves up and receive funding too.
Yeah,
I
that could
think
be
that's
something
like the
Could be.
main
with it.
issue, or maybe like culture, or like, because the way you described the
Mm-hmm.
women's prison, like, yeah, you said they lacked a lot of the resources, like basic
Oh, yeah.
needs, like new
Yeah.
clothing, even you
It-
mentioned, like
it's-
they don't get much of that.
It really does seem like that
Yeah.
for the women. It feels like they look at it like, oh, well, you're in prison, deal with it. You know, these guys over here are like, I want to say this prison,
yeah.
it's level 1 and 2, and they have areas that are maximum, and that's just like the women's. But they have different privileges. Like, they get to walk around freely, they have jobs. I know that they do the fire camp program there, schooling. Like, one of them was telling me, oh, we're busy every day. He's like, I have this group at this time, and then 2 hours later I have this one. He's like, I got to leave here early because I have a class over here. Like, they keep them busy all day long. And that helps them when they get out because they're like, oh, okay, well, I need to be doing something. I got to work, you know? The women's... Yeah, they're
Yeah.
just kind of sitting there,
Yeah,
just
shoot, I never thought about that. Yeah.
spending time. Like this girl that I sit with, she's been there for 7 years, and she's got 5 more to go. She has one class that she does, but other than that, it's just free time. And people, you know, that end up in prison, free time's not a good thing. You spend your free time fucking around, and it gets you in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what happens. A lot of them get in trouble. A lot of the times when we go to the women's prison, there won't be that many people in art class because their cells are getting searched or the yard's down. You hear them yelling over the speakers, "Get down!" Oh, like constantly. They're always getting in trouble. That's like, it's definitely different.
I'd be jacking off all the time in prison. I don't know if that's something that everybody gets in trouble with, but no. But yeah, no, like women's prison, like that would be. I would imagine. I don't even know, but yeah, it feels like women's prison.
Yeah, they get bored. Like, they get into trouble.
Even easier.
The men, you know, they have they're busy all the time, but they have some downtime. Like that guy who was showing me his sketches and things like that. I kept telling him, God, I wish I had my phone so I could take pictures of this. But man, like he had drawn this picture of this skull. Oh God, I wish.
You just got to redraw it, Alyssa, for us. Exactly like how he did it.
Skull, and it looked anatomically correct, and the shading was so perfect on it. And then in the corner, he had his name, and then in pencil it said 6 hours. He sat there for 6 hours and did it. I was like, fuck, that's... I know. Well, I'll tell him. Our
tattoo for Louisiana. Come on.
I'll tell him because he was
the skull
he was
thing?
being silly the last time I was there.
So funny.
I was like, "Oh, these are really good. You know, you should draw me something." He's like, "Yeah," and he was asking me like, "Why do you do this? Like, is this therapeutic for you? Do you like coming here? Like, what is it?" And I was like, "Well, you know, it is therapeutic in a way, but it gives me a chance to see what you guys deal with." Yeah, it's class credits. I was just like, you know, I had
class credits.
Friends and family that were incarcerated, and it's a unique experience to be on this side of the glass and, you know, see what you guys are dealing with, get to know you guys personally. And I was like, it's, you know, in social work, this will help me. It helps remove bias and judgment and things like that. So I do like it. And then that's when they run up with the camera and want to interview me, and they ask me the same question. Yeah, so I looked at him and I was like, "Oh my God!"
Say that one more time.
Yeah,
one more time.
I was all
cry a little when you say it too.
Question. He's all, "You owe me, you owe me one." And I was like, "Oh yeah."
Oh come on.
Here's some taffy,
dude. It's such a like easy question to ask.
Because I'm
like,
horny.
Why are you at a men's
No, I'm
prison?
just
Like,
kidding.
obviously she has a
Why you do this?
reason. Like, yeah, it's like
I love.
yeah, exactly. It's like I love men's prisons. I need to
great
go
thing
to
that
them.
Theo Bond is incarcerated here.
Theo. It's like, okay, like you can at least lead with like, yeah, like it's a class credit, but also it's cool to, or it's like informative and whatnot. But yeah, it's so funny because it's like, yeah, if I were in prison and like some woman, some attractive woman walked up and was like, "I'm here," and it's just like, "Why are you here?" It's like, yeah. I think she has like other.
I know he asked
than,
me
like,
if it was her
talking to
soul.
you.
I said
She's
no.
trying to
I
steal
was
my
like,
soul.
a friend of mine
Yeah,
told
yeah.
me about it. I was interested, and so I signed up. And,
Yeah.
I said they called me again this year, and they needed volunteers, and I said yeah. And when I asked if I could do the men's prison, they were like, "Yeah, please, we need people." And so I did it. I was like, I enjoy it.
No, I mean, I do love that. Like, no, I mean, like, as someone who will be in prison one day.
Right.
No, I'm just kidding. But, no,
For
I think
future
that's really
reference.
cool. Yeah, for future
pretty
reference.
good.
No, I
Just
mean,
go
like,
to Alyssa's prison. Apparently, they got it pretty made there.
yeah,
try to get
I
in
need
on
to,
that
I need
one.
to get arrested in
Early
California.
application's
That's my
important.
main. That's just what I'm aiming for. Like, once I get arrested, it will be in California. I pray to
Right.
God.
That section specifically.
It's like,
So I
so
can
let's
walk
get
right
visit
in.
me. But like, yeah, no, like, I don't know. Yeah, it's like if I were in prison and like a woman came visit, like I get it. Like, there's reasons for like women to come visit, and it's just like I get his curiosity. You know, good for him.
Yeah.
But it's just like, yeah, it's just kind of like, well, it's not that crazy, right? Like somebody needs to learn about these things. Like, I don't know. I think it's valuable to like learn about these people and like just the whole system. Like, I think that's like valuable, and I think that like, I don't know, you can do something with it. Like, it's good knowledge, but it's also just like, I don't know. It's good to know, like, in your personal space, like, just like, oh yeah, this is what happens here, and so it's just like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot of good, valuable reasons to know it, and I don't know. I think it's good.
Yeah.
I think it's a good.
It is.
I guess I don't know. I guess I don't know how to end that. It's a good way to like.
It's helpful. It
certainly complete your
I don't know, and I
education,
think it
for
helps
sure.
you build yourself as a person, you know, to not have any judgment. Like, for instance, when I got that taffy, I had a bunch of people at home going, oh, you took that from inmates? Ew, I can't believe that. That's gross. They probably made it in a dirty sink and da-da-da. Right? And so I got all this hate. And I was like, dude, what the fuck? And one of my friends, one of my friends is a CEO, and she was
a lot
like,
of hate for,
oh, they're
for
only
something
being
pretty
nice
harmless,
to you
yeah.
because you're a woman. I would never trust any of them. And I was like,
CEO.
And
Never trust the CEO.
yeah. I had a couple
Or a
people.
man,
One
apparently.
girl was like,
Or a man.
"Oh,
or a
bless
man.
your heart." Like, people were acting like I was dumb. Yeah, people were acting like I
Here
was
we go.
dumb
Oh,
and
with the
naive
southern
for
yeah,
eating the
okay.
candy. Yeah, when
Good Christian duty.
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
fucking
the
people,
downtrodden,
right?
the
so
imprisoned,
perfect,
yeah, we
perfect
shouldn't
example.
trust them
Okay,
for
so
anything.
all
Okay.
of that happened, and it made me
Yeah.
pissed because people were acting like I was dumb and naive and whatever.
As we
Right.
all know, they have
and
so
I
much
watched
like
him with
access to
rubber
like
gloves. But
cyanide and
anyways,
other poisons
so that
to poison
happened.
you with.
And then, you know, the next week I go to the women's
Yeah,
prison,
yeah.
and my blood sugar was dropping. And I see a couple of the female inmates, and they were eating chips and stuff like that. And I was like, where'd you guys get chips? And she was like, we just brought them. She's like, do you want some? I was like, yeah. And she was like, oh. And so I ate a couple of her chips, and then I sat back down. She's all, Miss Alyssa, I have chocolate. You want a piece of chocolate? I was all, yeah. And so I broke off a piece of chocolate and ate it. I was like, thanks, dude. My blood sugar was dropping. And I sat back down, and she was crying. And I see the girl, and I was all, what happened? She's all, can you come here? There's 3 of these girls. And I sat down, and she was just like, you're treating us like people. She was like, the CEOs and people around here, she's like, they treat us like we're dirty. They would never share food with us. She's like, you're treating us like a human being. This is human nature to feed somebody who's hungry. She's like, and you're finally doing that for us. We haven't experienced that in forever. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, and then I told him about the taffy thing, and I was just like, you guys are people. You know, I was like, it's okay. You're not dirty.
I can. I'm envisioning you. Yeah, I'm envisioning you just just cutting the shit with these people. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, shooting the shit. Like, I can see you doing
Yeah.
it in my mind. I'm just saying.
I mean,
like,
Alyssa
yeah,
does
like,
that at Walmart. I've seen it.
Dude, she does. I mean, I've seen her do it. Yeah,
Yeah,
she starts shooting the shit with just about anybody. So I can see you doing that, like, yeah, like because you're just like legitimately going up to them and asking them, like, yeah, do you have something, like some food, and it's just like, yeah, like I don't know, you,
Right.
a lot of people would not be as confident probably as you to go up to these people and do that, and I feel like I could be, maybe I'm not, but like I know what you mean because like
Yeah.
I can see you
Yeah,
doing that
so
where you just
that
treat
that's
these people. So yeah,
that's one of the experiences that I have cherished while doing this too, you know, is being able to do something like that. Because I know that this line of work is good for me. I know that I'm supposed to be in social work. If I'm able to do that, if I'm able to break bread or taffy or chips with people from the other side of the tracks without thinking anything of it, I'm not naive or stupid. I'm just not a jackass, you know? So I'm like, this is where I'm supposed to be. And this is, I love it. I love working with people. It's been a really good experience. I'm glad I've had a chance to do it. I think everybody should take advantage of, if they have an opportunity to go volunteer in prisons or probation or juvenile detention centers, do it. Do it. It's good for you. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
it's good advice.
Yeah, I was super proud of you, Alyssa. Always of your accomplishments, not just graduating, but doing all these works on the side. honestly kind of a little jealous because
Thank you.
I feel like you have like the best head on your shoulders out of all of us. I don't know.
No,
Okay, I guess I can't
agree.
speak for everybody, but I always like am fascinated by your stories because you always like put a lot of heart into everything you do.
Aw.
And I'm like, damn, I just wish I had like that level of drive for like the
Right?
path I'm going
Right.
on right now. Right now,
No.
I'm just money motivated. I'm not sure how true
I
is
mean,
that. I just want to be able to take
yeah.
care of me and mine, but yeah, I'm super proud of you.
No, I agree because I mean, even among like women from California at your age group, I don't
I
think
made
Top
we're,
it.
10 women of California, number
top
1
10.
Alyssa.
No, yeah, like I don't know how many
If
of
only
them.
I would get
I don't know how
paid
many
for
of them would
this.
be like, I want to go to the prisons. You know what I mean? Like,
I get a little bit.
yeah, right. Well, you're getting something, maybe not money. Yeah. But yeah, no, I think I told this story before, but like you say, like I went out, I was on what was I on a subway in L
Oh, shit.
in Chicago, and there's just some woman just
took
like
the L?
helping homeless people. Yeah, I took the L, baby. And dude, I mean, you know, it's good, but it can also be really bad. But no, there's a woman just helping homeless people on the train. I was just like so inspired by her, and it was just so cool. And I wish I could
Aw,
be
thank
like
you.
her.
Wait, homeless?
And you're one of those people, I think. Well, no, yeah, well, homeless,
No,
you know,
just on the L,
in
just
prison.
taking L's.
Dude, on the L, you will see some shit. You guys,
That'd be fun.
When the All-Star game comes to Chicago, I'll invite you guys, and we'll hang around Wrigleyville, and it will be. I mean, honestly, if the baseball season is happening that year, we don't need to go to the game, but like if we hang around Wrigleyville, it will be the coolest
If
experience.
it's anything like
Experience of
Prestonville.
your guys' life. Well, one of the coolest at least. You know what I mean? Like the. Yeah, Presleyville is one of the best places. I actually have been there.
Graceland.
I already forgot what it's called. What the fuck? Graceland. Yeah. I knew that. You didn't need to tell me. And I'm just kidding. I'm a dumb male. I need the
Send her to the
female
women's
over
prison
here.
right now.
Send me to the women's prison. I need education.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, no. I forgot what I was saying. But no, yeah,
Thank
that's
you.
a really cool thing that you do. Honestly,
It's cool. I
And,
love
I
it.
don't
I
have
love
much-
it.
much
I
more to
wish
say about that, but that's
I wish
awesome.
they were doing filming in the men's prison so I could share that with you guys too, because they did they did a little bit of the women's. I
like
want
that-
to see
yeah,
like
the women's
it was
one,
a year
yeah.
ago. Yeah. Yeah, I want them to put out the
So we
documentary
can see the back of your
already.
head in a random scene.
They did it last year. I'm like, I don't know if they've given us updates, but I interview in one of those. I want you guys to be able to see it. Huh? Huh? What's that over there?
This is the scene. What? What? Oh.
Yeah, I think it would be cool.
Oh, that's cool. It's kind of crazy.
He had
It
like
tripped
an
me out when
old
you said
school
they had like access to
fucking
like recording
thing, like a big old
devices.
camcorder and then a microphone. Yeah, he just comes up right in my face. I was like, I don't know.
shoot,
I
I'd
just
love to see that.
graduated. I have my bachelor's. I don't know what to say. Yeah, he's all, tell us about yourself. I'm like, I don't know.
Go
That's the state of
Cubs.
the economy right now.
God,
Name a woman. Name a woman. Name a woman.
Name
Me,
any
me.
woman, just a single woman, and you get the
yeah,
star.
it's really cool. I wish you guys could go. Yeah, I don't know. I wish you guys could go with
Why
me.
did
and
that lady
see,
say
like,
that,
it's-
by the way?
It's really cool. I think my mom is gonna try to go with me to like the last couple sessions. Yeah, if she gets approved and see what it's like in
cool.
there.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
I know.
She just
Approved,
gets the, like,
huh?
yeah, she just gets the nod.
I
No,
know,
you
right?
can't.
I was all, are you
Yeah.
gonna meet my
Did
new
you have a
stepdad in
felony
there?
that we don't know about? What's going on?
Dude, it was funny. I was chopping it up. I always get there early. I was chopping up with one of the CEOs at the gate where we could do check-ins. It's an older Filipino guy, and he was like, "Oh, what are you doing here?" And I was telling him what I was doing, and he asked how old I was, and I was like, "How old are you?" And he's all 75. I was like, "You're not 75." And then he was like showing me his ID, and then he took it back, and he's all, "How old do I look?" I was all, 45. He's all, "Oh, all right, I'll take it." He's just like chopping it up with me like the whole time, and he's telling me where he's from and stuff. He's like, "Have you ever been there?" I was like, "Yeah, I've been there." And he's like, well, next time you're down there, we should. You should check this place out." And I was all, "What?" This guy is watching it. I was like, "Okay, I gotta get out of here." They're super friendly down there. Yeah.
I love that.
All right, go ahead. Yeah,
I got an emergency.
He was cool. We were talking about
going.
food and stuff like that. I was like, "Oh, yeah." I was like, one of my really good friends is Filipino, and he brings me candy when he comes back from Hawaii and stuff. He was like, "Oh, really?" Yeah, it was cool. Yeah. Yeah. We were talking about lumpia.
Yeah,
I was like, "What's that banana
really cool.
stuff?" He's like, "Oh, yeah, these things." I was like, "Yeah, I mean, the kids love those." He's like, "Yeah."
Holy crap! What's it called? I forgot what day it was. Might have been someone's birthday. But someone brought like cheesecake lumpia.
That would be hard
and that
to
shit
pass.
was so freaking good, man. Dude, it was so good. Like, I would just eat it in between calls. I'm like, God damn, it's delicious. Customers be like, "You snacking on something?"
Really
I'm like, yeah.
I love banana.
Oh, man.
I do want to.
Yeah, it'll be a whole thing
I
once
wish
you
I
guys
could have
come
been
down
there
here
for
for
Oliver
a
and
vacation.
Phoenix's arrival today in Waikiki, just for that. Yeah, because I was like, "Oh,
Just for that.
ugh."
It was like when
That
Empire
would
of the Sun
have
was down
been
here.
the
Just got
highlight
you
of
for like
the
one
year,
night to
is
just
to
see
go
the
see
concert
Empire
with
of
me.
the Sun with you in Hawaii. Yeah.
It still might
I
be.
think
Let's see how
Louisiana's gonna
Louisiana
be
goes. But for me,
definitely
yeah,
up
it
there in
still
the
might
top,
be the highlight
you
of
know?
the year. Oh yeah, for sure. Like, shoot, it's like inside baseball. And I know I
This
said we're
fucking
not
guy.
going to talk about it on the podcast, but you should see the Google
I'm
Doc
excited.
I have like formed
I've
up
told
right
you a
now.
couple things that I want to do, but I know you've thrown it into an itinerary. And then my thinking is like, I'll figure it out when I get there. You know, I'm like, no, not allowed.
No. We're not
Okay.
doing that. There's certain days I'm like, yeah, today's a chill day. I think I have some
Yeah.
idea like what we're gonna do, but
Yeah.
overall, like as long as we hit like a good food spot, you know, in between doing stuff, then I think I'm fine just having a nothing day.
They
But,
do.
yeah,
And then
it's really cool about
They
like
have
the prison. Do they have TVs?
They have tablets and stuff like that where they can download music and watch movies. What else do they have? Oh, I walked in. They have a barber shop too. Yeah, so they can line each other up, and God, they've got all
that's
kinds
pretty
of
nice.
stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so funny. Like whenever I'm trying to like look for like a tattoo artist or like someone to like, be my like next stylist,
Yes, dude.
I always check if they got a record because if they do, you know that shit's gonna be bomb as fuck. My artist who did like
Okay.
this one.
They have time to
Like,
practice
he got
in
locked
there,
up
like
not
that
too
guy I
long
was
ago,
telling
but
you about.
he's
I was
really
like,
good.
you should do tattoos when you get out. And
Yeah.
he was like, "You think so?" And I was like, "Yeah." Like, first of all, he is too young and too pretty to be in prison. I can, of course. He's like 25 years old.
Oh, thank you so much.
Gorgeous. And I'm like, what the hell? But I guess like when he was probably like 18, he robbed a bank. And I'm like, oh, well, that'll do it. Yeah, he's so pretty and so
Common
smart.
story
And like,
for all of us.
like, what is this guy doing in here? Like, he showed me his prison ID. I was like, this doesn't even look like you. I was like, why? I was like, you look all tough in this picture. He's all, I can't look tough in prison. I was all, well, you can't be very tough if you're blushing. He's all, like blushing when I was telling him that. Yeah.
Me, have you? Does that remind you? Have you seen? I'm sure you've seen that one.
The light-skinned guy with
a
blue
mugshot
eyes,
of that,
Jeremy.
like,
yes.
extremely attractive inmate.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
sure you
I think
know
he
what I'm
had.
saying.
He
Yeah.
was doing some modeling when he got out.
Yeah,
but I don't know what happened to
yeah.
him after that. I don't think anything good.
I mean, yeah,
Man,
probably not.
yeah,
I
he was
mean,
gorgeous.
I wish I had
Man,
his life.
yeah, you'll
even,
see
even
too,
past
like,
that prison sentence, but okay.
There'll be guys in there that are really good looking, but they're in there for DV, and you're like, oh, that's why. You know, they're like, shit.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh, yeah. The women flock to them, and then they hit them, and it's like, oh,
They know
okay.
how to work
Well,
it
they
too,
get like
'cause,
okay.
you know, they're
There you go.
usually
they're bit
real
by his beauty or their
charismatic.
beauty.
Yeah, they have a certain
which
swagger
some
about
woman
them.
would
Their
do that to
hair
me.
is
Hello.
done, everything's like they smell good. They have cologne on. They want to shake your hand and get you to sit with them. Yeah, it's pretty.
It's so. That is so funny because it's like, bro, you could have just not done whatever you did and
Yeah.
continue this life.
Could have been
It's like, if I
slaying,
looked as good
bro.
as you, brother, like
Now,
I
maybe they're
would
slaying in prison,
resist
though.
the urge. Yeah, it's like, here's the thing, like you
But
maybe you
don't.
have the technical, like maybe you can smack that woman, but don't, because then you can like then just like
Yes.
continue
Just don't.
going with the women, the good-looking women that are flocking to you. It's like, maybe just let her
Yeah.
leave, and then
Tell that
and
to
then-
Chris Brown.
and then don't get arrested. I've
Yeah.
always see. I'm not
Just
the
be a-
best-looking man.
Just be
It's
a good
yeah,
person.
Exactly. I'm just saying, like, if it were me, I can't do that.
I know,
but I mean,
it's-
some guys can, and then they.
It's bananas,
just so
and
crazy that they
a
don't.
lot of them,
It's
they'll
like,
get up and talk
guys,
to you
just
about
don't.
like their childhoods, like they go all the way back, and like the guy I told you who was in right.
My
It's-
teacher was attracted
It's
to
crazy.
me. My
So the guy that
babysitter
was
was
in,
attracted to me.
I
and
mean,
it's
he's
just
been
like,
in
well,
there longer,
guys,
but he
you
was in
shouldn't have done
solitary
it.
for 30 years. He had said that like way back in the day in the 70s, you know, he was involved in gangs in LA, and you know there were shootings back then. So I mean, I imagine he had killed a couple of people. He's a really nice guy now,
Who
but like
wasn't?
Amara is always wanting me to ask people who have been in there for a long
Same.
time, like certain questions. So I went up to him this last Tuesday. I was all, "Hey." Oh, okay. So
I want to know the question.
okay. I went
wanna
up
know
to him and I was
all
like,
the
"Hey," I was
questions
all, "My
you
daughter
to
wants
ask.
me to ask
Sorry,
you,
I shouldn't have
what were
interrupted.
gas prices when you first went into prison?" Yeah. Right. And it's so funny. Now,
What a
mind you,
fucking Amara question.
15 cents.
he's getting used to talking
One
to people.
cent
You can tell he's
per?
like he's always in his own head, and he just looks up. He's all, "Let me think." He's all 29 cents a gallon. I was all, "Whoa!" And he was all, "Everything was low." Yeah, he was like, yeah.
Shit.
When gas was invented, he was like,
1968.
everything was low. Cigarettes, everything. He's all, you
When
could get
gas was
postage for a
invented.
nickel, like a stamp.
Yes. Honestly, kind of.
He said everything was low.
Nickel. Yep. Nickel's about the price of everything. You could get a house for a nickel.
I'll
I
take
think.
that.
Yeah. I think people just liked how shiny it was. They're like, yeah, I'll just
Yeah.
accept nickels.
Yeah, they're like, this Jefferson actually is kind of cool. I like Thomas Jefferson.
This guy was pretty chill.
That guy's kind of
It is
He was my
Hefty.
grandpa, actually.
Dude,
It
like,
is.
have you held a nickel lately? Like, it's actually kind of hefty for a fucking 5 cent. Like, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah, why is it so
a
heavy?
cent is like the lightest thing on the earth, and 5 cents is nothing much more. But yeah, all of a sudden you hold
Yeah.
a nickel, and all of a sudden you're like, holy fuck.
It's because
Sorry.
all the slavery
Yeah, it's a-
made it heavy.
it's-
Yeah, it's Thomas Jefferson's dong.
Maybe they did. I know, and then why is a
I
dime
think
so
they added.
tiny?
I think they added
and,
the
like,
weight of
weightless.
his dong to it. Yeah, well, because there's a March for Dimes. There's actually there's a whole like thing about that. But yeah, like the
What?
only reason Theodore
Who said
Roosevelt,
that?
right? Is it it's Theo? Well, no,
Oh,
it's
ooh,
one of the Roosevelts.
speaking
No, it's the
of,
other Roosevelt. Who?
Where?
All I'm saying is
yes,
look for the March of Dimes. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Theo Von.
I don't know. I don't even know what
I
was
know
gonna
I
say.
said I
Like,
wouldn't
something
interrupt
about March of
anymore,
Dimes,
but now-
just Google it. Who cares?
Hands across America.
wow, how strange.
Oh yeah! Oh wow! Alyssa's interrupting.
I know, right?
This is gonna be really
Aqua,
funny when we're like
Relytan.
recording this like actually together. It's gonna
I'm
be
sorry.
really
Oh right, this is gonna be funny. I will punch you.
Yeah, you better not.
physically. I will get into that men's prison and date that man.
No.
I will.
I like playing into it. I like playing into it, and I'm sorry. Yeah, no, it's funny. It's hilarious. I legitimately
Theo
don't have much more to say. I just
the
forgot
other
which
day,
Roosevelt. It was a March of Dimes. That's all I know.
He was at a bar and he grabbed some guy by
Wait
the
a minute!
throat
No,
and pushed him back. It was on TMZ, and yes, in Nashville. So
wait, it was Theo Von. Yeah, wow, it's funny. I was just making jokes about Theo Von. I don't even know much about him.
People
but
were
I was just making jokes about him the other day.
He was being
funny
harassed, but then I saw the guy who did it. His point of view. I guess they were at this bar, and the guy who he pushed, he was playing that night. He was like in some local band. I don't know, and it was his birthday. And so he's holding a bunch of balloons, and he keeps trying to go up to Theo and asking him about something. But he had touched him and asked him like a stupid, funny question, and Theo just looked annoyed, and he turned around, and then he touched him again, and Theo was like, "Don't touch me," and grabbed him by the throat and pushed him back and was like, "Stay away from me." And I was like, damn, what did he say? But people that were at the bar were saying that he was bothering him all night, that he was like heckling. So it's hard to say, but I'm like, if you watch Theo enough, he's not going to get like that unless you're bugging the shit out of him.
It doesn't. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I always thought Theo Von was some guy who would do that kind of shit where he'd bother people. I don't know. I don't know what I think of Theo Von. I've heard good things and I've heard bad things about him, so it's kind of like I don't think I like him that much. Like I like him enough as like a YouTuber who like says things, but like
he plays up the stupidity a lot, but I can from watching him these last few years, I can tell he has insecurity. Like he's made that pretty obvious. Like he'll have therapists on his podcast a lot. He's got a lot of childhood trauma. I know he's insecure, and he does have a little bit of a temper, but that comes from so he's a recovering addict, and I know he had quit vaping, and one of the things that he will start and stop a lot of the time is his porn addiction. And like he'll say, "Oh, it's been 28 days or it's been 60 days," and he kind of like it seems like he has to start and stop it a lot. So I can understand that he's like frustrated, and being a celebrity at the same time is frustrating. They're in a loud bar, he's trying to be with his friends, and nobody wants to be touched by a stranger. So did he have to do that? No, but leave him alone.
No, I mean,
just
no,
Darth Vader
don't touch anybody.
First, yeah, right. First
Unless
of all,
it's me.
Don't touch that, man. Please, don't touch anybody without their permission. I will. I mean, yeah. Okay, well,
only if it's punching.
Noted.
Too.
New Orleans touch party. What am I saying? But yeah, no. I mean, I get it. Like, I get it. At the same time, yeah, Theo seems like one of those guys who kind of pushes the limits sometimes. I don't know. I don't know much. I don't know enough about the guy. I know that there's some
it's every comedian though, at a certain point.
Yeah. I mean,
Push the
I'm
envelope.
not gonna.
Yeah,
don't
roll
touch
this guy
anybody,
over the coals, especially like that.
Like,
If he turned away the first time, that was your answer. If you asked him a question and he turned around and ignored you, that was your answer. Walk away. Yes, it sucks. Yeah, you want him to play along with your shit and be cool with you, but he obviously didn't want to. Yeah, it sucks. Oh, he walked him back. He was like, "Get out!"
Was it
yeah,
pretty forcible? Was it like, boom?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, link it in the thing. I'll try to link. I'll link. Speaking of Theo, more about
It's
Leo.
me.
I'll link
Don't
that.
do it, baby. They're gonna get you on the news.
It's actually Alyssa filming that video.
The 2005 World Series, of course. We were all there.
You're gonna get canceled, please.
2005 World Series. 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 2005
Don't get canceled.
Let me know if they get back to you.
I'm gonna have to write the Vatican about the Malort stance on Pope Leo. Leo the 14th. You know, we've all been 14th of something, but
Nope.
I don't know if any of us have been the 14th to the Pope. I don't know what that sentence meant, but I like it.
I was like, what? Are you trying to go?
Like the 14th Leo. We've all been the Leo the 14th, haven't we? But like, I don't know.
How much does
I
he
think
get
it's
paid?
worth thinking about. Like, what if you were Leo the 14th? What would you say?
Yeah. How much the rate? What's the salary like? Does he have
gotta
like
be
retirement?
Like,
401k?
dude, that does haunt my mind sometimes. No, you've heard things like, what was it like? I actually started reading about like the other popes and like Benedict, and like, I don't know, I didn't like that guy, but like at the same time, like he retired like out of his own free will, and he lived for like another like several years, and he just like, here's the thing, he took up home in the Vatican at like a previous place that used to home nuns that would pray for the Pope's health. And he just like took over that whole house.
This is mine.
Wherever they lived. I thought that was hilarious. It's like, yeah, I'm the Pope now, but also I retire, and my retirement home is the place
Thanks,
where
ladies.
the nuns
Move it
pray
on
for
out.
my health.
And also, you gotta
This is
pay
like-
for my rent.
Yeah, right. And it's also I live here for free, like, because, you know, and like I just want to. It's just one of those
what
things where I
about
just want to
us,
like
Father?
pretend
But
to be
what
Catholic
about
and be
you?
like, yeah, I'm a priest, and just
What?
like live free somewhere. Can I do that? It's like, well,
You
no,
pray harder,
I love,
you'll get stuff.
I love Jesus. Like every dollar that you spend in my
for sure.
honor will be definitely spent in Jesus' honor.
It's like that
Like, yeah.
that one creepy pastor that keeps popping up in the news. And he's like, "Oh, what do you? What
man.
about this purchase of this private jet? Well, he gave me such a great deal. I just couldn't
Yeah.
pass it up."
I can't
What's
remember
that,
his
Right,
name,
yeah,
but that
Jesus, yeah.
he
I
is
forgot
the
it. This is the
epitome
freaking Miracle
of
Water
evil.
motherfucker. I
It's
think.
not
Or
mine.
was
It
Or
belongs
maybe it
to
wasn't,
the
I don't know.
church. Yeah.
Oh.
Right.
Oh, well, that
He's
guy.
like,
Oh,
"But
the
don't
guy
you
that
put
was
words
yeah.
in my mouth." And
Yeah, he has a very
he's-
like creepy smile, and
something
he's always
wrong
like
there,
wide-eyed,
yeah.
like he's on cocaine.
So yeah.
Religion
Well,
is
yeah.
cursed.
Well, yeah, I feel like I need to search it, but yeah, no. I mean,
They should have a
hey,
debate between
same-
that guy
I
and the
wonder
Pope, and
if
see what
the
happens.
Pope
I just want
would view
to
him
see
as
that.
a false
debate set up
prophet.
against
And,
them.
You know, if he even would be able to do anything about
Oh,
sure.
about that. I don't think so. Maybe not. Yeah,
I mean,
because he's a
right.
Christian
I mean, you can
guy
try to
or
publicly denounce him, and a
evangelical,
lot of people would
probably
be
if
like,
he's
"Oh,
got
okay,
a mega
let's
church.
not give him money."
I feel like
Yes, that's him.
Yeah.
It's-
Yeah.
it's Kenneth Copeland, by the way.
That's good, but
Yeah, the guy whose eyes look evil. And yeah, I know, I just didn't.
Let's
yeah,
say hi.
I'm glad we're not a Catholic.
we should visit him.
Whatever
Let's
the
go
hell.
visit him on the
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Oh
Let's
yeah,
go.
yeah. Where
Let's
is he?
drop in
Television
real quick.
Coopland, Copeland,
It's probably
wait.
$100 cover charge to get in to pray with him, but we'll make it work.
Yeah.
God, I was gonna
The
see
Jesus
where
tour.
he was.
where's
he's
the tour going?
Yeah, dude. Is it?
Yeah.
Is it though?
Get
Where's
us
Kenneth
box
Copeland?
seats.
Let's
It's
go.
like there's SeatGeek tickets that you can
Yeah.
buy.
Mm-hmm.
If you get the early get the early bird special. Get to
Oh
shake
yeah,
his
buy
hand.
his
Like drink his
blessed
doo-doo water. That's supposed to be holy.
Yeah, isn't that him too that does that?
He has merch.
The water, him and his wife and their stupid dog. That
I think a lot of people do
Yeah.
that, but I'm for sure he does too as well.
oh, it's
Is that even
from,
like
I wouldn't
from the
doubt
tap
it.
in his
around?
private bathroom at the
Or is
church.
that just from the local like water fountain that you just like filled up?
Yeah,
Yeah, and it is in
You're
the
right.
third story
So just
bathroom
get it out of the
that only
bathtub, they don't
only the
know.
guests get to use because he doesn't want anyone to use his bathrooms.
yeah.
It's like got a little bit of Clorox and potpourri in there. It's just
He was
cleaning
born in
material,
Texas.
honestly. Texas.
Texas.
He was
for some
forged.
reason, I thought he was born. It could have been in New Orleans.
In hell.
It could've-
I thought he was gonna say
in hell. Well, honestly, no. If you see his eyes,
He was forced out of
obviously
hell.
he was-
Actually, they don't
Yeah,
want him.
obviously
He was carved
born
from
out
limestone.
out of hell,
Brimstone.
a demon, of course. I am not afraid of saying this.
That's all right.
We will not get that. We will not.
They
get
decided that day one in this
endorsement from
podcast.
the Catholic Church.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
unfortunately, they decided not to sponsor us.
But no,
Mm-hmm.
you know what? We might sway them. Of all the things I said about Leo the 14th, the goat, so maybe they're actually gonna look at us. They're gonna say, you know what? This might be the best vector for Catholic Church. We need to buy. Forget we said that.
Yes.
We'll start
And
Vatican
we're gonna-
II right now.
Yeah, Vatican II, Electric Boogaloo. Forget we said that. And that's the best thing they could say is forget we said that every time they defended child.
Every
whatever.
time they killed the scientist back in the
Yeah,
day.
yeah. Every time they did a conquistador to the Spanish, they'll be like, well,
Forget we did that.
it was for the best.
I forget we did that.
Forget we did that. Forget we conquistadored that. Conquisted that. Whatever. Spanish is awesome.
Tadored
I was
that.
just reading about how cerveza became the word for beer in Spanish. I was like, how? And I still don't know. There was a
From us.
there was a cool theory about it was because of Ceres, the Greek god or whatever, and that could have been a thing that inspired the word cerveza. Because isn't it weird?
That is weird.
You have Spanish cerveza, and then every other language is basically beer. So it's wait. Yeah, it's
Just going crazy.
So I literally was Googling this before the podcast. And it was why is it called cerveza? I was just so interested.
Shower
And it
thoughts.
was
Why is it called?
Yeah, it was
cerveza?
shower thought. And I was what? It was why is everything beer? And it's just it could have been, maybe not. But
Yeah.
that theory sounded kind of good, the Roman god of Ceres or whatever.
Mhm.
And then it's just yeah, kind
We'll
of
stick with that one.
evolved. But also there's a lot of other theories. But I like that one. Yeah, we'll stick with this one, Ceres, cerveza, Ceres. Thank you, Takata.
Not sponsored, by the way. Just drinking.
Takata, I'm drinking it right now. No, I just told these guys I was drinking Takata
Yeah.
and other tequila. So
You guys didn't
You
know?
should just
I
do
am
fake
a
ads for things that just don't matter, just for fun.
I am a Latino, but I'm white.
Yeah. Latino.
You guys didn't know. I'm a white Latino.
hard A and O.
No.
Latino.
Spicy
I am a
Latino.
Latin. Well, I can't say Latina. No.
Yep.
So I'm a Latin
Latino.
person.
No one
I'm
could
of
ever
Latin
know.
descent, but I'm white. I don't think anybody will take offense to that. No, I'm just kidding. No,
We're calling
I-
the Pope right now. We'll ask him.
the Pope used to be. Here's the thing: the Pope was South American, and then he inspired, or he supported a guy from Chicago, basically
true.
me. So
You heard it here.
I can't be racist toward Latinos.
Perfect.
It's true.
Mhm.
I love.
and we will end the podcast on that.
I know. I don't know why I ended it like that. It's so funny.
And that was
I just love Latinos.
Okay, yeah, that's a good way to
Nope.
end it. I just love it.
It's a good. It really is a good way to end it. Anything else anybody has
Yeah.
to say?
Not till next podcast, probably.
Next podcast is gonna be wild.
Mhm.
Tune in, everybody.
I don't.
Until
I
next
mean, I have
time.
no reason to say that, but it's clickbait.
Tune
Yeah,
in
just
next
wait.
time.
Well, just wait till what you hear Alyssa has to say.
I have a lot to say.
About Latinos.
Latino. Hey, she can say it. I can't. I have a lot to say about this. No. Awesome. Anything else?
No, wrapping up.
Cool. Well, thank you so much, everybody, for listening to Forget We Said That. My name is Relytan.
I'm Alyssa Riot.
And I'm Legion Lion at Legion Lion on Twitch. We really appreciate everybody who listens and gives us a listen. I've seen like the my emails popping off about like the new traction we got through from the other countries and also the U.S. So we appreciate everybody. If you did want to leave us a comment or like throw some suggestions, there's always the YouTube side of things where we post the podcast there as well. So just drop anything down there. We appreciate any
Spam Legion Lion.
Yeah, we appreciate any like interactions. But yeah, awesome. Thank you guys so much for listening. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Goodbye, everybody.